Get ready for some laughs and some good times on Comedy Simp, where we let loose and unwind. Hosted by Steve and Michael James, he's the man. Bringing you jokes and fun, it's all part of the plan. Join us for a ride, let's take it to the max. Comedy Simp, where the laughter never ends. Steve and Michael James, he's your new best friend. Get ready to smile, get ready to cheer, because Comedy Simp is finally here.
Test, test, test.
All right. Recording. Your mic's right there? Okay.
I see, so mine doesn't get covered up.
Yeah.
I
What?
don't have the. I'm gonna be.
Oh, you don't have a windscreen? You want a windscreen?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Probably a little bit closer, I would guess. Just a little. Yeah. There
Yeah,
you go.
I'll just keep
you
it on
got
the-
a natural.
I'll just keep it on the chin.
If you just put your beard and flap
Right.
it over the top, it's a natural.
It should work
windscreen.
just fine.
So. We are here, Goshen Market,
Goshen Market,
where the vibes are high.
and
Party
so am
all
I.
night till the morning light, as the AI says.
Those AI songs, man, those are something.
Yeah.
I just can't get a grip on how fast that shit's progressing.
It's wild. I remember coming up here or coming down here just a few years ago, and it wasn't even coming down here. I was going to the Great Wolf Lodge in like 2021, and there was a couple of these AI art apps, and I was messing around with. You could type in stuff like, I don't know what at the time I was typing in like Joe Rogan DMT or something, and then you get like a picture of a bald guy with a bunch of eyes, and I was like, oh, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
And then now like everything is AI, you know, like I mean, I use it a lot to make flyers, and I think that as Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails once said, you know, computers are a tool, but they're not. You don't use the computers to do everything, because then you're going to lose whatever makes you, makes you unique, makes you human, you know.
Yeah, when you stop thinking for yourself, you know, I mean, yeah, use it as a tool, but don't let it. I mean, well, it's kind of like cell phones.
Yeah.
You know, once we all started getting cell phones, it's like, well, shit, I can't remember anybody's phone number anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I don't know my wife's phone number.
Right. Yeah. Oddly enough, the only phone number I do remember is my ex-wife's phone number.
Yeah.
And I remember grandparents' phone number from a childhood. You know, is that 916-662-1601. It's been the same.
1601. I remember the 662 number. You know, back in the day, I tried to tell. I was having an argument with somebody. This comedian Chloe Lynch, because she's from Tracy, California.
Okay.
We know Tracy. And she's like, you're not even from where I'm from. You know, you're not from the 916. You're from the 530 and all this. And I'm like,
it's like, not when we were kids. It was 916.
Exactly. It was all 916.
It was all 916.
Yeah. And then all the numbers were, it was funny because it was 661, 662, and 666. And
yeah, the 666 would freak people out.
I know, right? The Christians and stuff.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hello, hello. This is a live show that we're doing right now. Yeah. We're here at the Goshen Market in south of Eugene. And I am Stephen Michael James, the comedian. This is my podcast, Comedy Simp. And we're sitting down with my brother, Joe. Joe, he is the new owner of Goshen Market here, south of Eugene, just right off of the freeway. I believe it's exit 188. 188 on I-5. Come on down to Goshen. Let me tell you guys something. This place is going to be party central in the next 5 years. The next 5 years, the development of this area, you get in now. Get in while the price is low. I mean, Goshen Market, right, sits right in between a marijuana dispensary and a bar, a 21 and over bar. I would say that you pretty much got most of your bases covered in this single building, right? If you're looking,
we try and get as many covered as possible. We got your fixes. We got your sugar fix. We got your nicotine fix. We got your alcohol fix. We got your carbohydrate fix. Whatever. Just don't ask me to fix your car.
yeah. Again, I'm gonna bother you to mic closer to your mouth. I know you're in the middle of something here. What are you doing there? Opening something up?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I believe I ordered some grinders.
Grinders.
Yep.
Nice. This is an unboxing live on the podcast. We're going to unbox the new. What brand is this? We're unboxing.
Well, it's Amazon.
Oh.
Well, it's Amazon, so I want to say they're unbranded.
Yes.
This one's just the plain one. I didn't get the cool one out. I'll find the cool one.
Let's examine this real quick, huh? That's all right. Nice weight. The box is a nice weight. Shakes a little bit. All right. And this is an herb grinder. It's for grinding your herbs at home. I mean, it looks nice. It's a nice titanium. I don't know if that's the right metal, but it feels like a good weight. It's magnetic on top. Wow. Oh, nice screen in the middle. This is definitely a lot more advanced from back in my day. We've come a long way. Come a long way with technology. Take it easy. Yeah, you do. Coming a long way with the culture. Everybody's using cannabis these days. The fact that it's still illegal federally is wild. Oh, well, we got another unboxing, everybody. This one almost looks like a part of a .38 gun, right? What do you call that part of the gun? Joe's an expert.
It's the cylinder, and that's exactly what it's designed to look like. I just, there wasn't a good description on this one, so I don't know how it comes apart.
Oh.
It's going to take some thinking. Oh, shit, here we go.
There we go.
There it is.
One
Look at
hand.
that.
Magnetic?
Yeah.
We have a magnetic.
It's got the magnetic top, nice little diamond-shaped teeth inside.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And this has to come apart as well.
Yeah. Well, I was impressed by this other one with the screen. Back in my day, like I said, they didn't have screens in a grinder. The technology is wild. We were just talking about this earlier with the vapes and vape cartridges. Now, my first vaporizer was a big wooden box with a knob on it and a tube. And apparently you were supposed to burn it for 30 minutes before using it. Otherwise, you're going to inhale a bunch of plastic.
Yeah, plastic.
Which me and my friend JK, we inhaled a lot of plastic when I first busted out that vaporizer. But now look at these things and the grinders. I mean, look, this is...
Yeah, it's got we got the little catch basin in the bottom.
Catch basin. I love buzzwords, people. Catch basin.
Yeah, well, you catch your trichromes in there as they fall through your little sifty screen. You do the grinding up top, and all your keef and stuff falls through and goes into the bottom. You can catch that and top your bowl or throw it in your joint or whatever you want to do with it. Or if you're using this for actual herbs, maybe you want to put it in some spaghetti. Or maybe
biscuits and gravy.
Put it on a sandwich.
Yeah.
You just sprinkle it right into your mouth. Whatever you'd like to do.
Let me tell you guys, this guy's been my brother my whole life. No lie, no cap, fur, on God. As the kids say. They say that this grinder is bussin', Joe. This is bussin'.
Bussin'.
No cap. Fur.
What is that? What is fur?
For real is.
Oh,
we got another one, people, and this one might be my favorite one.
We got the rainbow,
so,
the
guys,
3-inch rainbow
comedy
grinder.
in Capitol Hill, so I'm a big fan of the rainbow. I got a lot of friends in the LGBT community, and I also love metallics. And so this is beautiful, man. This looks like the Mopop Museum right outside of the Space Needle. There's a whole side of the building that is this iridescent metallic. I love this stuff. Like, if anybody has anything like this, you can send it to me, DM me. I'll give you my address. I love rainbow metallic stuff. Joe, check it out.
Let's see.
Let's examine.
I think we got the again.
So what was the purpose? Are you selling these here? Or
Yeah. They go in the case up here. I got some nice, some locally blown glass that we sell. We also sell what I called the Chinesium.
Yeah.
You know, which maybe it's from China, maybe it's from India, maybe it's from who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows where it's from? But somebody turned it into pipes, and they're inexpensive. And you know, there's people out here. We're off the freeway. We get people from out of town, out of state. Sometimes they just want to come through, burn a few bowls, chuck that shit in the trash. So we sell some inexpensive things along with some decent. And I wouldn't say they're expensive, but they are definitely the locally stuff is definitely
Higher
more quality made. You know, it's got more attention paid to it. If I drop one of the Chinesium pipes on my countertop, it'll break the pipe.
Yeah.
If I drop one of the local pipes on the countertop, it'll break the countertop.
There you go.
You know, so that's going to be the difference on that. You know, just the quality of glass, the quality of workmanship. You know, the fact that I know the guy, he's a regular customer, you know.
And it's kind of crazy, man. Like, you've known about glass. Well, look at that. Nice. Very rainbow on the inside. You've been involved in this kind of stuff for a long time, way before it became popular in the mainstream. You knew people in the 90s that were blowing glass.
Yeah. Well, and legal, you know,
Yeah.
none of this was legal.
Yeah.
You know, and so glass blowers had to hide in their garage. Nobody would rent them a shop. You know, it was like growing weed or selling weed. You know, it was all, you know, the only glass blowers that could come out for the longest time. They had to live at the coast, and they had to blow the stupid glass balls and go hide them in the sand for people to come find. Or they're making little. Which I own some little like hummingbirds that you hang in the window or from your rearview mirror or something like that, you know.
My friend Robbie, who's a comedian up in Seattle, he also does glass blowing. He's into it. He knows about Corning, the big school down in Corning, California. But he blows these really cool, like these paperweights. They're these orbs with a bunch of different things inside. I think maybe some of them have mushrooms inside of them, and they're super nice. And he also gave me a glass, an actual like drinking glass that he made, and it's real nice. I only drink special liquids out of it.
Oh yeah,
like homemade Ecto Cooler, or maybe a adult beverage. But I don't just use the Robbie glass for anything, you know, especially because it's a one of a kind.
One of a kind, handmade, given to you by the artist, and you know you gotta respect that. I have pieces that are blown by glass blowers that passed away, and so they get stuck in the closet in the back in a hard case covered in foam. Comes out when I'm talking about it or show somebody, but those things don't get used, you know.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool that you know, when a lot of people, when they go, they just leave a bunch of crap behind, and most of the time it's stuff that you either throw away, you donate, maybe you might keep a little thing here or there. But when somebody goes who's an artist, that's kind of cool. When they leave behind a song, they leave behind, you know, a painting, or like you said, a glass. Like I mean, up in Seattle, they take glass blowing seriously. Chihuly, famous glass blower, famous museum there. If you guys ever go up to visit again, we should go there, because it is super impressive. Like, there are these giant rooms with they look like gardens, like indoor gardens with plants, 10-foot plants, flowers, and it's all glass, all blown glass, different colors. You know, there's a room where the entire ceiling is glass, and it almost looks like jellyfish.
Oh wow!
It's blown into look like jellyfish or flowers, and it's just a real cool. It's a cool thing. Like they have these things called like the
How you
city
doing?
passes. Hello.
You guys doing karaoke?
Oh no, this is the podcast. I'm a comedian in Seattle. So coming down. Oh yeah, coming down to the Goshen Market to see where the real people come and yeah, yeah, absolutely. I love the shirt. I love cream.
Hey, but I got a quick question for you before you guys carry on here.
Yeah.
What's that?
And it's a serious question for the real people that come in here.
Yeah.
Do you have, can I get a can of long cut?
Sure.
Long cut, heck yeah. No, I see you're wearing a cream shirt.
Yes, I am.
Big fan of cream.
Good man, good.
Eric Clapton's still around, man. He's still hanging in there.
That's right.
Copenhagen?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm setting off your alarm.
That's all right.
All right.
All right, man.
Have a
Thanks
good
for
one.
coming in.
Billy Joel. You know, only the good die young, Joe.
Yeah, and that's why Billy Joel's still alive.
I was just thinking about, listening to Sublime, talking about Nirvana, all these guys that died when they're 27.
Mhm.
And now I'm 38. I couldn't even imagine life ending at 27 now. Like,
Yeah.
it is just, there's still much. I honestly, what I think what's kind of helped is comedy. When I really started to get into comedy, I mean, I love music. I always love music. Always will play guitar, listen to music. But I feel like there is something just kind of depressing about an older band. When you go to see them, they're not as energetic as they used to be. They don't fill the stadiums as much. They're not all Billy Joel. He's
Right.
one in a million.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of-
most of them end up at the county fair.
Yeah. And not that that's a bad thing. If you love what you're doing, continue to do what you're doing. I would always love playing in front of stuff like that as well. But I recall a time where our band opened up for this group where these guys were definitely stuck in the 80s, and we were in like 2007.
Right.
And
Right.
this guy had like no shirt on, leather pants, long hair.
Streamers tied to his biceps,
Yeah.
like the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, except no muscles. He's just like,
Right.
He looked like Iggy Pop.
Right.
And but I just didn't. I never wanted to be that. And like, it's cool to see punk guys get older because it's different. You know, the punk guys, they don't do the mohawks anymore. They're just like baseball caps and T-shirts, and this is punk now because we're all dads and grandpas.
Right.
But comedians, as they get older, it's like, okay, they're actually better as they get older. Like,
Yeah.
people like,
you can smooth out your routine. You have more life experience to
Yeah.
feed into your act. You know, I don't know. Comedians are like wine, the good ones. You know, they just continue to get better. You
Yeah.
know. How you doing,
Hello.
sir?
Yeah, and it seems like the audiences for comedy are older as well. Like, because when you're 45, 50, 60 years old, going to a concert doesn't sound that fun unless you're sitting
It gets
down.
a little rough. It
But
gets
if
a little
you're
rough.
sitting in a seat just watching somebody tell jokes, sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Sit down, glass
Exactly.
of wine.
Oop.
So, how we doing today? Yeah. Just here at the Goshen Market, the greatest market south of Eugene. We love the summer. We love comedy. We love the Ducks, the Oregon Ducks here. Go Ducks. Go Nick Cody, comedian friend, Hall of Famer from the Ducks. Nick, if you want to donate any autographed gear to Joe's store, hit me up.
Be happy to put it up on the wall, make you more famous.
Yes, you need it.
You need some more fame, I think. You know.
But when Nick comes
Just
here,
no headshots. I don't have any walls that big.
Yeah. He's all, that's okay, bro. That's okay. Nick is a celebrity when he comes here for the games, though, because everyone, he's hard to miss. I mean, that guy, big guy, long hair, beard, or goatee, you know, always wearing the yellow and green
Oh, yeah. Sporting the Ducks.
till the day he dies. So hopefully he comes back down here soon. We can do some more shows, some duck shows. So when did this? When did you start this store? I don't even remember. When did it open?
So literally yesterday was our it was our 1 year anniversary of having the store. And October 2nd will be our year anniversary for being open. So we're 10 months in now.
Nice.
And we've probably 4 times over our inventory. You know, like the guy was saying just a couple minutes ago, we didn't have a whole lot. I had a 3-door beer cooler with 2 doors worth of beer in it. You know, I had two 2-door coolers with Pepsi and water and tea and whatnot, and some candy bars. And that was it. You know, I had 4 different cartons of cigarettes, 2 different kinds of chew. And well, now you can see the array, and
As
it's
you
not
can see the sign. This is all free advertising on YouTube, baby. Goshen Market.
Goshen Market. It's the place to be.
So, what really prompted this whole thing? And I mean, I kind of know like why you wanted to do it, but like when it came up, how did it come up? How did this become available to you?
Well, you know, it all seemed to kind of go together, almost like the timing just kind of pushed us right into it. You know, I was working for Hertz Car Sales, which closed their doors in Eugene June of last year.
Yeah.
And so we had bought a bus from there, a shuttle bus, because we were actually planning on doing a food truck.
Yeah.
You know, I had lost that job to no fault of my own. I lost the job that I had before that, no fault of my own.
2 companies that he worked for, they just closed down.
Yeah, and so I got sick of that. You know, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
You know, and so I don't want. If I lose my job now, it's my fault.
Yeah.
I screwed this up.
Yeah.
You know, so as long as I don't screw it up, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we had bought the bus and we were gonna open a food truck. And then we were out here driving around one day and saw this place that had been sitting vacant for years, hadn't been a store for years, in a community with no store.
Yeah.
You know, if you wanted to buy weed or tires, this is the spot.
Yeah.
You know, weed next door, tires across the street.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, nothing. You know, you couldn't stop and get a soda. And talking to the people around here, it was kind of a need. You know, all kinds of people coming off the freeway. We're at the intersection of three highways right here. Highway 58, I-5, and then Highway 99, which we sit on.
Yeah.
And
it's a cool spot, especially if you just want to get off the freeway for a minute, you know, and get away from the chaos. And
jump off and relax, get out, grab a Pepsi.
And we're right across the street from was it Pacific Pride? Is that what that is?
Yeah, Pacific Pride, which unfortunately is not, I call it not a real gas station.
Yeah.
Because you cannot take money there. There's nobody that works there. I've had several people come over here and ask me to turn the pumps on for them, which if I could do that, I would just pump gas into my own car.
Yeah, exactly.
But since that's not an option, then
I feel like you'd be making a lot more money if you had gas too, right?
Yeah. But, you know.
I don't know how that works either. I mean, it sounds...
Well, gas is kind of a weird thing. I used to manage a gas station, and at the time, I don't know how it is now because that was 20-something years ago, but you only made like 10 cents a gallon.
Wow.
You know, and you had to pay people because we're in Oregon, and they just recently changed it here in Oregon to where you don't have to pump your own gas. But for the longest time, you had to let them pump your gas. There was no option unless you were at a place like Pacific Pride. You know, so you'd pull up, and so that 10 cents a gallon had to go a long ways. Now they don't have to pay quite as many people, although so many people are used to getting their gas pumped. They still go to the mini-serve pumps and whatnot, but you know, you kind of had to bank on having a store. You know, unless you were pumping 20,000 gallons of gas a day and making a decent bit off of that 10 cents a gallon, you had to rely on the convenience store. You know? And so, especially, you know, with all the truck drivers and everything that use the Pacific Pride across the street, with no store being here, you know, there's not a lot of places around here where you can pull an 18-wheeler in.
Yeah, very
know?
true. Yeah, it's the highway system here is a little confusing. And I was telling Elisa, like, before GPS, man, it was very confusing. I used to print out Google Maps and stuff, but I mean, you were here even before that, so it's
Yeah.
just so many twists. I mean, now that you're here, it's second nature. But I mean, to somebody who's never been here, there's a lot of like twists and turns, one-way streets.
Yeah. Well, just explaining people how to get onto I-5 North from here.
Yeah.
You have to tell them to go the wrong way, get on Highway 58, and then essentially turn around
Yeah,
and then go back the other
That's-
direction.
Yeah, that's what we did to leave here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and Elisa's like, this is weird.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah. And could you imagine not having your phone assisting you with that?
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
or not having a map. And the map, I mean, shoot, if you get a map, it's not going to have that sort of detail,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So it's not going to tell you need to immediately get in the left-hand lane so you can take a U-turn and get on the interstate. So, yeah, having Google Maps and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that is definitely a plus now compared to the printing out a MapQuest or something like that back in the day.
So you've had quite a bit of experience to lead up to this because you've had a lot of different jobs, mechanic, car lot, car wash, but you did work at 7-Eleven
I
a
did.
long time ago. Was that your first convenience store job?
It was my first convenience store job. It was my second job ever.
Okay.
So the only place I had worked before that was a record and CD warehouse
was
there
Valley
in Woodland.
Records,
Yeah,
right?
Valley
Yeah.
Records.
That was a
Yeah.
records. It was like a distribution place. or
Yeah,
something?
distribution warehouse. Barney's Good Time Music was the only record store in town for years and years in Woodland.
Yeah.
And the guy, Barney, who owned the record store, you know, was like, well, shoot, I need a better spot to get my stuff. I'll just start a distribution center.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, ran that for quite a while. I had never worked with so many thieves in my life as I worked at that place. I had a guy that I worked with who asked me how my collection was going. I said, hey, I can't afford many, you know,
Yeah.
because we don't make a lot of money. And he goes, well, you're paying for them? I go, yeah, man, we get a discount. It's way better than going to the music store and getting
Yeah.
stuff. He goes, oh, no. He goes, I wear sweatpants under my jeans. That way, he goes, my collection's fat. He goes, I got CDs, tapes. He goes, I got, you know, can't get any vinyl down your pants. But he definitely walked out of there with thousands of dollars worth of shit.
And you know, you have a lot of stories and stuff. I didn't have a lot of. I don't know if it was just the people I hung out with or just the time, but I just felt like a lot of people from your time and friend group, there were a lot of thieves.
Yeah.
And a lot of stealing of stereos and
Uh-huh.
things like that, stealing of toys, stealing of, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my best friend stole my only pair of decent sunglasses that at the time in the early 90s, they were $80.
Wow.
Pair of glass, rose-tinted glass lens sun clouds, bulletproof lenses.
Damn.
Like the display had a bullet hole in one side and a nail driven through the other. And I don't know which one I'd want, the nail or the bullet. But
Yeah.
either one I feel like is going to damage my vision.
Yeah.
But either way, the glasses were great. But they got stolen by my best friend. Also a pistol, which was inherited, our great-grandpa's pistol, gone into the ether for some, I'm assuming for some methamphetamine.
Yes.
That seemed to be the drug of choice around good old Woodlawn there.
Yeah, it's been a. I don't know how it is in Eugene, but I feel like maybe it's similar to Seattle, where there's still meth around, but it just feels like it's a fentanyl world these days.
It is,
It's a fentanyl
you know,
world.
and you catch the people, or what's the one that makes them fold in half?
That's
Trank.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, that-
which is fentanyl mixed with something
yeah.
else.
It's like
or-
it's like from like Mexico or Russia, some crazy.
but if you're driving down the street and you catch somebody who looks like they're permanently trying to touch their toes, that seems to be the trank.
Yeah.
You know, now if they're just balled up in the middle of the sidewalk, probably heroin or some fentanyl or both. You
Yeah.
know, it seems like people into that like to ride the line of that almost killed me. Let's do it again. You know,
Yeah.
that was the best. You know, they just want to almost die but not quite die. But yeah, it's not a good look.
But yeah,
You
no,
know?
I definitely think the back then, man, it was all about the meth, and it was all around, and tweakers like to steal stuff.
Mhm. Yeah,
so.
unfortunately.
You think all druggies like to steal stuff, but no, it's really more of a tweaker. I think that's, you know, If you're doing cocaine, you're not stealing anything because you got money.
Yeah, you got money and you're talking too
You're
much
feeling
to try and steal anything.
Yeah.
You know,
Like I was gonna steal something, but I had a story that I had to get to.
right?
So.
Or start asking you questions. I was looking into details.
And then, so you did work at 7-Eleven. Do you remember anything weird or crazy that happened while you were there? Because
Yeah.
I've been to 7-Eleven in Woodland at 2 in the morning and definitely seen some people that were very chatty.
Well, and that's when I worked. I
Yeah.
worked graveyard shift.
Yeah.
You know, I had a guy who, you know, he would go around town doing it, but every night for probably the first month I worked there, I'd have to kick him off the property because he was trying to clean people's windows for money, which is, you know, fine if you need money. But he wasn't homeless. You know, he owned a house. He just refused to work a regular job, you know. And that guy, he became a problem a few times. And I believe a little heroin was involved with him. He came in a little smacked out one night and handed me a pile of change. And I just want a burrito, man. I just want a burrito. Don't steal my money from it. I only got that much money. I know what I got. Just take what you need for the burrito, and then it'll be fine. Well, that, you know, called the police on him because you really shouldn't be wandering around the streets doing heroin. And, you know, I was 19. You know, I was, oh, God, you shouldn't be doing that. So, but then, you know, like the police called me one night or came by one night and asked me about that guy.
Yeah.
And they said, you know, do you know this guy? He walks around, cleans up. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. They said, well, if he stops in here, we need to talk to him.
Yeah.
So just call 911. And because it's a small town,
Yeah.
you know, we'll tell him that we told you. And okay, fantastic. Just tell him who you are. So inevitably he comes in a couple hours later and walks in. As soon as he walks through the door, I pick up the phone, 911. The guy goes and grabs a couple of items and comes up to the counter, and he's getting angry because I won't ring him up. And I'm actively on the phone with the police on the other side of the counter. We're 3 feet apart.
And keep in mind, people, there's no glass in this 7-Eleven.
No.
This is just
It was
open counter. They
yeah.
didn't even have like.
It wasn't L.A. or the hood Sacramento.
I think even
you know.
back then there wasn't even a lot of stuff on the counter. It was like a big one.
No, he could have dove right
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
You know. But he stood there as I described him to the police. You know, like
Yeah.
if I was describing you right now, he's wearing sunglasses, got blonde tips on his hair, he's got a blue shirt on, some shorts, you know, and he's yelling at me, you know, hurry up, fat ass, you know, get off the goddamn phone and help me. And the dispatcher's like, is he yelling at you right now? I go, yeah, that's what he's up to. And she goes, well, just stay on the phone. And he goes, you know, you better get off the goddamn phone or I'm taking all this jerky. She goes, did he just threaten to rob you? I go, yeah, he did. She goes, oh, my God, I can't believe this. And she goes, well, officers are on their way. Okay. She goes, just stay on the phone until they get there. And so I just kept up. And as soon as I saw the cops on the other side of the door, I rang them up. Oh, okay, I'm going to let you go now. And I hung up the phone and I rang the guy up. He goes, it's about goddamn time. You know, and he turns and walks out the door, and the two police are standing there, and he's acting like they're not even there. He tries to just walk through them.
He's all, excuse me, guys.
And that's
like,
that was pretty much it. I need to get through. They're like, yeah, we need to talk to you.
Me?
Yeah, that was it. Me? You want to talk to me? Yeah, come with us. And they cuffed him and put him in the back of the car and took him away. And I didn't see him for another 2 days. And so I don't know if they arrested him.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea what they were doing. Hey, man, how's it going? And then he shows up 2 days later at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I smoked cigarettes at the time. And so I was out front smoking a cigarette, hosing off the parking lot at the 7-Eleven. And he rides his bike up to me real slow. And what are you doing here? He goes, did you call the cops on me? I go, yeah, man, they told me to. I go, they wanted to talk to you, apparently. He goes, why the fuck would you call the cops on me? I go, I just told you. I just told you they told me to call.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't anything you did here tonight necessarily or 2 nights ago. I go, but yeah, they wanted to call. Well, I can't believe you did that, man. And he goes, I ought to kick your ass. I go, well, you can go ahead and try, you know, because he's a little scrawny guy.
Yeah.
And he starts reaching in his backpack, and like he's reaching for a gun. And he goes, "I'll put you 4 feet under." I go, 4 feet? Are you too lazy to dig the other 2 feet? I go, "What the hell?" And he goes, "Yeah, 4." He goes, "What are you talking about?" Oh, interruption.
All good. We're just doing a podcast. Yeah. You like comedy? Here, let me give you my card. Yeah. Here you go, man. My name's Steven. I'm from Seattle. This is my brother. He owns the store here, and we're just hanging out. You hear from Eugene? Yeah. Oh yeah, nice. I lived here 20 years ago. Yeah, I used to live across the street from the Gateway Mall.
Oh, no shit. My mom lives off of Harlow Road. Like a block.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No, I'm trying to come down here, visit more, but did some comedy last night there's a cider place over in Eugene called I think it's called Wildcraft Cider Works. And so, yeah, had some comedians out there last night. And, yeah. But, yeah, man, check my stuff out. And I got some clips on there, stuff like that.
That's all I watch for my girlfriend. I usually watch like hecklers and stuff. It's funny to see just the
Oh, yeah.
crowd members and stuff. But
Yeah, I'm up. I'll go to like Tacoma Comedy Club a lot, and Club Comedy, which is in Seattle and stuff like that. And gonna try to come down here some more often. Trying to build an audience. You know what I mean? So, who are your favorite comedians?
I really like
Hello,
Andrew Schultz. That's one of my
Andrew Schultz. Oh, he's great. Yeah, his last special was so good. Theo is
He's just so random.
Have you ever seen Theo's set on YouTube where he took mushrooms? So go type in like Theo Von mushrooms or something like that, and it's 20 minutes of him on stage, and it is the craziest thing. It's so like,
You're always gonna see Theo Von on
yeah. Some of the stuff that he says, you're like, I can't believe he's saying this, but he gets away with it because of yeah, exactly. But
No, that's awesome.
he has some great line. I remember one line. He's like, "Yeah, I got bit by a gay dude the other day, so we'll see."
Oh, man. Well, how long have you been doing comedy?
Just about a little over a year and a half. So yeah, me and my brother, we like comedy a lot. So we've both seen Jeff Ross, Dave Attell, Ari Shaffir, So trying to get him involved. He's a great storyteller. This guy's got story. I mean, just a minute ago we were talking about he was working at 7-Eleven way back in the day, and crazy people coming into 7-Eleven. So it's no different. Oh yeah.
Right over there, there's fork, spoon, salt, pepper, napkins, hot sauce, all the stuff.
We're just doing the show. How many minutes have I been doing, Elisa? If you look on that screen there, it'll tell you.
Thanks, man. I'll check you out.
All right, man.
Have a
Take
good
care.
day.
40? We still got a little bit of time.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget your sister goes to work at 1, so.
Yeah. Well, it's all good.
What time is it? It's 11?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine. She won't
We
get
can
up.
talk
She
for a
won't get
little
up till
longer.
12:45.
Yeah. So we were talking about we talked about 7-Eleven and that crazy guy and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you worked at another gas station, Glenwood, over in just not too far from here.
Yeah, 2 exits down.
And how long did you work there?
A little over 3 years.
And you were kind of like the only guy there. You're the only person running that place.
Yeah, there was only 3 of us. I was the manager, but I managed 2 people.
Uh-huh.
So that was rough, managing only 2 people. It was the simplest schedule because when I managed the car wash,
Yeah.
we had like 30 people,
Uh-huh.
and I had to make the schedule for everybody, make sure everybody did all their stuff, and 2 people was entirely too easy. But it was still another weird place. Weird stuff would happen.
Yeah, because it's not unlike this place. It's kind of off the beaten path just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people choose places like that for a reason. They don't want to be seen by other people. So I would think that a lone gas station on a lonely road attracts some interesting people.
Yeah. And there was a decent amount of meth heads that would come through there too.
Yeah.
Just randomly, but there was nothing to steal. We didn't have much of a store there, but it would just be odd happenings, odd people doing odd shit. One of the weirdest things that happened there, I wasn't even working. I just happened to be there washing my car because we had a pressure washer there.
Yeah.
And I was washing my car, and I looked up the hill, and I took a double take and looked back up the hill, and I go, "Is that a bull?" And the guy pumping gas turns around. He goes, "Oh, shit." He goes, "It's coming this way." And it was. There was a bull, full horns, like full-size bull, running down the road, getting ready to get on the freeway.
I hope you weren't wearing red.
Not wearing red. I was behind a car. And he literally, the on-ramp was before our station, and he was trying to get on the freeway.
Oh, man.
And so luckily they had called the police, and the police were fast. And so one of them came up the on-ramp, one of them drove down and turned around on the freeway and then drove up the off-ramp, and then one came from the other direction. "Hey, man, how you doing?" Hey. And they corralled this bull with their patrol cars, got him back up and over the hill, and back into the trailer that he escaped from.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, I guess that just proves that horsepower will always beat bull power. I was waiting for Joe to finish that story just to tell that stupid joke. Yeah. You can check it out. It's called Comedy Simp. Comedy Simp. Yes. All right. Take care. Thanks. There was a time we went to the beach in Point Reyes, and we were just hanging out on the beach, and we look over, and like a bunch of cows just walk onto the beach. So I guess a nearby farm or something, like a fence broke, and then the cows are just.
Let's go surfing.
And I had my camera. I took a bunch of pictures of them. I was like, I don't know if we're ever going to see this again.
Cows on the beach, probably not.
Yeah. I mean.
Probably not. Oh, hey. How's it going?
Huh? Oh, how's it going? We're just talking. Just hanging out.
Oh, hi.
Goshen Market Live. We just having commentary. People coming in. It's getting hot. It's getting hot here in Eugene, man.
It is.
It's extremely warm.
I don't like
it.
Hello. Moved out of California and Texas for the heat.
Yeah, man. Do you? I remember you lived in Texas too. Do you remember the heat? Did you remember humidity living down there?
I remember all the humidity.
Yeah.
Because they carry all the humidity down there. Might as well have been in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
When you walk outside at 7 o'clock in the morning and it's 90 degrees and 95% humidity and it's kind of foggy because it's humid. Yeah, you don't forget that.
Hot fog, people.
Yeah, it was bad. It was like being in a sauna everywhere you went. Yeah.
Why do you think people from Texas are so happy, though? Is it the humidity?
It's probably not the humidity. It's probably the fact that there's so much room they can get away with doing whatever the hell they want.
All right. No, this is just my podcast. My name's Steven. I'm a comedian from Seattle. Just here talking. Seeing what real people are up to. So, what are the most popular things here at the store besides the Zins?
Beer.
Beer.
Beer's definitely popular.
I mean, see, you got a lot of varieties of beer. What kind of beer is the most popular?
Well,
Keystone?
Keystone is actually kind of popular.
Yeah.
But mainly in the 24 ounce. Nobody really cares about the cases of it. They just want to grab a giant beer and go home.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're waiting until they get home. No drinking and driving, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, we've come a long way with laws, but that's one that I agree that we shouldn't change.
Yeah, people shouldn't. It's a bad idea because every one of them can drive, regardless of how drunk they are. In their mind, they can drive.
Yeah.
They're fine. It's fine. It's fine until they hit a tree or, as I like to point out, a bus full of nuns with kids on their lap, petting kittens, and they all die. They all die in a fiery car wreck.
Now, something interesting that Nikki was talking about earlier is Pepsi. You got a Pepsi sponsor. Well, not sponsor. Vendor here. You got a Pepsi vendor.
Yeah, Bigfoot Beverages.
And she said that Coca-Cola products are pretty popular everywhere except for here in the Eugene area. That Pepsi is kind of more
Yeah.
the thing. Is that why? What's the deal with? Do you have any idea?
I don't know.
It's just a
I mean,
preferred people like Pepsi products.
it seems to be, you know. I mean, Coke still has, you know, their distribution throughout, but yeah, they struggle in this area and they don't like it because Coke is king literally everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, Pepsi's number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And but not here, you know, and for whatever reason, and I don't, maybe it's the environment in which Bigfoot kind of surrounds himself with, you know. I find their company to be a lot more friendly, you know, a lot more willing to be helpful, you know. I got a hold of Bigfoot and I emailed the company, and within 2 hours their rep called me back. With Coke,
That's
I
awesome.
emailed the company 3 different times, left voicemail, talked to an actual person at a desk, and that was a year ago, and I'm still
Wow.
waiting for somebody to call me from Coke. But don't worry, Coke, I won't be taking your phone call at this point. So I'll get my Coke from the Winco. I'll just sell the 16.9 ounce can or bottles like I do now, and you know, whatever the Coke company's name is here in Eugene, they can.
Kick rocks,
They-
as they
yeah.
say. That's the nice way of saying it.
That's right.
A little bit about alcohol. We're talking about, you know, there's just been this explosion with seltzers, ciders. White Claw is huge. You sell White Claw here?
I do. I sell 12 packs of White Claw. I sell single 19.2 ounce cans of White Claw. It is fairly popular, especially now that it's hot out. You know, the heat kind of drives it up on those lighter alcohols. Oh, got a phone call at the store now.
Ooh, what is that sound? It sounds like we're at Disneyland. What is that? That is crazy. White Claw. Also here at the Goshen Market, we have many different beers, ciders. We have Hop Valley, which is a local favorite. We have classics like Blue Moon. We've got Obsidian Stout. We've got 10 Barrel IPA. We've got 10 Barrel Pub Beer. I think we have some Space Dust. Wow, he's on the phone talking about my podcast, which is very interesting. Oh, Dead Guy Ale. So guys, Dead Guy Ale. Dead Guy Ale is might have been an example of marketing alcohol towards children, because when I was younger, I saw a little card of the Dead Guy Ale from Rogue, and I thought that logo was the coolest thing ever. And I wasn't going to stop until I was old enough to try that beer, and then I tried it. And now there it is, Dead Guy Ale. Big fan of Rogue. Rogue beers are great. They've been around a long time. Who was that on the phone? Was that?
That was actually a customer that was just here.
Oh.
And he was hoping that we were doing the podcast live right now because he wanted to go home and listen to it.
Oh.
So he was trying to figure out where he could watch us right now other than standing on the other side of the counter.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'm like, man, you could have just hung out. But
yeah. No, so I told him
YouTube.com/Stephen MJ Comedy. Yeah, there you go. So anyways, I was talking about some of the alcohol you carry. And then Twisted Teas are very popular now, too.
They
see
are.
a lot of different. I mean, not here, but I mean, just.
No,
just
they are. Twisted Tea, especially the original,
Yeah.
seems to be the most popular. There's other flavors, but, you know, I don't have 40 coolers to throw all the flavors out there.
So let's talk about the ones that don't do well. So the Arizona Tea.
The Arizona Tea, I'm not a big fan.
So what we're talking about is like, it's called hard tea, or what is it called? Like,
yeah, I think it's just Arizona hard tea.
Yeah, so it's a new tea from Arizona brands out there, and it's alcohol. It's got alcohol in it.
Yeah, and personally, I mean, I've had a few people that really liked it, but there's people that drink Rumplements too. You know, I mean, there's people like Mad Dog. So,
yeah,
there's no accounting for taste. How you doing, man?
Hey.
Pretty good. But, yeah, to me it tastes like somebody took a and opened an Arizona can of tea yesterday. Poured out about a third of it, and then topped it off with 211. Stirred it up with a cigarette, and then put it in a can. So yeah, not a fan. Like I said, but I'm also not a hard tea fan.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's something about that. I'm just not a fan of the malt liquor. You know?
In my opinion, it doesn't mix well.
Have to block her face out.
You have a blurry-headed kid
Yeah.
running around in here.
Yeah. So we talked about the teas. What's next for the store? What do you want to do going forward? What are your plans? Because obviously the biscuits and gravy is a hit. I think.
Yeah, we
maybe
definitely
adding
need more
food. Options.
Yeah, more food. We need some more breakfast items. People want bacon. You know, they
Bacon.
want to throw some chunks of bacon on top of that.
How about
biscuits
eggs?
and gravy?
Think about
I've had a couple people ask for eggs, and I'll do that occasionally if I have eggs in there. I'll
Yeah.
make somebody like an egg and cheese biscuit or something like that. You
Yeah.
know, just if I'm not busy and they don't like gravy or whatever the case may be. You know, but yeah, no, we need some more breakfast food. We definitely need lunch food.
Yeah.
You know, so that's all on the agenda. Fountain drink. You know, we don't have a soda fountain in here yet. But that also on the agenda. We finally got a freezer so we can sell bags of ice.
Yeah.
Which is definitely helpful considering the temperatures lately, you know. But yeah, there's I don't know. I feel like the want list for this store is kind of endless. You
Yeah.
know, like we were talking about yesterday. You know, I'd like to, if at all possible, eventually turn the back room into the liquor store. You know,
Yeah.
and have two separate businesses in here, you know, and because we have the bar next door that just opened literally 100 days ago. They just did their 100-day anniversary.
The local losers lounge.
Local Losers Lounge,
Yeah.
yeah. And they're good people over there. They're running a good business. And I mean, if we had a liquor store in here, they wouldn't have to go anywhere to buy booze.
Exactly.
You
They
know?
just come right on over.
Just come
and-
right on over anytime they needed a bottle of Jack or some rum or whatever they need.
Yeah,
We'll have it
and-
for them. And then the locals. I've had people here stop in and want liquor. I've had people from California and Washington that are used to being able to go and get liquor wherever they feel like, come in here and look at me funny when I tell them that the booze in the fridge is made of wine. And that I don't really have any Fireball.
Yeah.
It's not real Fireball.
Yeah. Well, if you do start selling alcohol, I think you should start carrying all of the famous comedians' liquor. Tom and Bert's vodka.
The Por Osos,
Yeah, Mark Norman's Bodega Cat whiskey.
Bodega Cat.
Yeah. There's probably other ones out there.
What's the peanut butter whiskey?
Peanut butter? Well, I know that there's just peanut butter whiskey that's just good, but it's super sweet.
Yeah,
It's super sweet. That it's not a celebrity one, but it's just
whiskey's sweet enough
yeah.
most of the time. Unless
Yeah.
you get the bourbon, I can't stand that.
You don't like bourbon?
Too much.
Oh, I love it.
Too much flavor.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
bourbon. I don't. Rum is a little rough for me.
See,
Rum.
and I'm good with rum. Everywhere I go, it's a rum and coke.
Hello.
If
Hi.
I'm at the bar, unless somebody else is
Hello.
buying, it's a rum and coke.
Yeah.
So it's just easy. I know what to expect. I don't drink so much that I'm gonna get sick. So it'll be fine.
I don't drink that much. I just drink a lot of different things.
Right?
Sometimes I'll do vodka Red Bull. Sometimes I'll do IPA. Sometimes a Corona. Sometimes a Guinness. Sometimes Crown and Coke. It's a good one.
That is a good one. But again, the Crown's a little sweet. And then adding it to the Coke, it's a little sweet, but still good. Good little sweet alcoholic treat.
Well, we're here, the Goshen Market, so south of Eugene, exit 188, off I-5. You guys want to come down, see Joe. He's got all sorts of good stuff. He's going to be adding lots of stuff to the store.
Yeah, we add stuff all the time. Try and add something new every week.
We're going to add some artwork to the walls, maybe some stuff to the outside. This is one of those businesses that I want all my friends to support. Going to sell some Funko Pops in here.
Yep,
Yeah.
gonna bring the personal collection in
Yeah.
and liquidate that.
So we're gonna have some special stuff in here, and I don't know. I don't know what else. I mean, other than that, you missed the comedy last night, which not a big deal. You didn't really miss much. I'll just say I went. It was this. It was called Wildcraft Cider open mic, hosted by this guy named Seth Milstein, and there must have not been a lot of signups because when I got there wasn't that many people. I was the first person to sign up on the list. I didn't even see the list, but the host went up. He did his 5 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes. Then I did my 5. It was actually a decent little audience, you know. Maybe, Elisa, what do you think, 15 people last night? 15 or so. Had some decent laughs all the way through, 5 minutes. And then when I went off, the host went back on, and I swear to God, he did another 5 minutes, which I don't know why, other than me thinking that, you know.
You got to fill that time.
Yeah,
if you
fill
got,
that time. And then the
you got
next
3
guy
people
went
on the sign-up sheet.
Yeah, the next guy came on and did like 15 or 20 minutes.
Of
And then at
dentistry humor.
And it was hot, you know, like they had the doors open in that cider place, and it was 90-something degrees last night. And
Yeah.
So, yeah, just got out of there. I thought I was going to go to another place that's across the street from Olson's Run,
Yeah, Olson Run Comedy.
but just decided not to. Obviously, you were just getting off of work, and we drove by it, and I was just like, doesn't seem like anything's going. Summertime's really hard for comedy. You know, when the weather is good, when you live in the Northwest, people don't want to. I mean, I think a lot of people would rather go out, go camping, go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go
No,
to the
that
lake, the
that
river.
definitely happens around here. It's such crappy weather most of the time. You can't go do anything. So
they
as
don't
soon
want
as
to
the
go
sun
to the
comes
bar
out,
and watch some dumb idiots do crappy comedy, when the weather is so nice. So.
well, and that second one that you were going to go to last night, it used to be kind of a sports bar, and it's a long bar.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where they'd even put the stage where more than like a dozen people could see you.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah,
I don't know how well it would have worked. I mean, it would have been, you know, a little stage work just to, you know, get out there. But
I have done comedy. A lot of times when they say the stage, it's really just a floor.
yeah,
Even
just
last night, it was just
that
a floor.
area is the stage.
Yeah. So whenever they say coming to
taped
the
off.
stage and there's no stage, it just makes me chuckle inside.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Should just say walking up to the microphone.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got some people here that are just ready for me to finish this up because they're just dying here.
Get it wrapped up. Got stuff to
We,
do. More stuff to accomplish before you hit the road for the day.
We're going to go see Mom and Sarah for a little while long, I think. I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe get lunch. I don't know what the plan is. Then we are going over to the coast. So, Coos Bay area. Go see. It's supposed to be a lot cooler there, about 20 degrees cooler.
Should be cooler. Should be clearer air. You know,
You
you're
been up
not going to
there?
be socked in with all this smoke. Oh, yeah, Coos Bay. I like Coos Bay.
Yeah.
It's not a real big place, but there's a bunch of stuff to do there, and it's real close. You know, obviously it's on the coast, so the beaches are right there. And,
Yeah.
you know, if you like just walking around the beach, hunting for rocks, just going out, flying a kite, you know, getting some good seafood. Yeah, not a bad spot.
Nice. Well, got to keep coming down here for comedy and a visit and help you with the store, add some artwork. One day when I become a big thing, you'll have a autographed picture of me up here somewhere.
Yeah, we'll put you a Stephen Michael James neon sign with a headshot.
Yeah.
And we'll get the we'll make you a Walk of Fame star, and
Yeah.
we'll just make our own. You know,
A
it'll
Walk
be
of Fame right outside. That would be great.
We'll do a Walk of Shame.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit different. We won't make it a star. We'll make it like an octagon or something like that. You know, put
you
your
could just do
handprints right in the
random
middle.
B celebrities, you know.
Right, yeah.
Is there anybody famous from Eugene? I know like Ken Kesey, but who else?
Let's see.
Steve Prefontaine. I don't know if he's from
Yeah.
Eugene. But
Well, I mean, he raced here.
Yeah.
They got the Priest Trail and all that sort of stuff, and his rock and whatever the hell else he ran around.
Well, shit. I'm going to wrap up this podcast.
Well, it was good having you here.
Yeah, man. Goshen, if you want to check out Goshen Market on Instagram, it's what? Goshen Market, at Goshen Market or something?
I believe so.
I think it's
I'd have to look. I
Whatever
haven't
it
posted
is,
in a
You're
while.
going to see
so
it on the screen right now. I'll put it up there. You can follow. Joe he's going to be doing different sales here. He's going to be carrying new stuff. Maybe you're a vendor and you want to sell some stuff in his store. You can hit him up, maybe work something out. And Joe loves comedy, so if you're a comedian, come stop by.
Stop by, say hi.
Have a conversation, maybe do a podcast. And, and yeah, and then I'm going to be doing my stuff at Stephen MJ Comedy. Emo's Not Funny show at the end of September. And that's it. We're done. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Rising up in the comedy scene, he's a force to be reckoned. Comedy Simp, the podcast you can't resist. Stephen Michael James, the host you won't wanna miss. From Seattle to the world, his humor will persist. Join the fun, get ready to enlist. Spitting fire.